So guys, welcome to a new video of Bitcoin Edge. Today we'll take another look into the charts. And what are we seeing over here? Well, we see the 500 S&P 500 over here, the dollar index, and the Nasdaq Top 100. And here we see Peter Schiff crying on the ground. The gold is nuking, dollar is bouncing, and for now it seems like gold is the biggest victim. Over here we see a breakout on the dollar. The dollar currency index, decisive point over here, should be big resistance. If they clear this one, they could go quite some higher. Zooming out, we had this pattern. We have this trend line, the blue trend line over here. If they break that, we gotta look out for everything. This was not really expected. The blue sweep in the Senate in the US of A. Got investors, and that's the narrative, not trying to be political here, but the markets believe Democrats spend more money and therefore there's more inflation. So that is actually a good thing for, well, everything calculated in the dollar. Everything will go up in US dollar. But right now we seem to be bouncing. So if you look at the daily, we can clearly see a breakout from a trend line over here. So resistance now, blue line, for example, on the daily. If the dollar bounces stronger, that could be the end of the bull market for now. Over here, we saw the amazing 2017 bull market in crypto. And right now, when we bounced, that was basically the end of the bull market for crypto. CME futures on the 4-hour, big engulfing. Usually bearish, but we can see, if it dumps, fundings are reset, and it's time to squeeze them up again. So still some gaps over here. People will short to those gaps. Those are targets for people who are bearish. Over here we see the S&P 500. Still looking very strong, still above previous all-time highs. They did a retest. Not something to worry about, but if you want to long or short it, downside is very clear. If you short it, your stop should be over here, back at the all-time high. So that's very close, an invalidation for a short. So that is how I think, how I look at markets. I do not like things going down, of course. Big parabola. If this one breaks, we can see quite some downside. We had some corrections already of 20%. Yesterday we had a dip of 10%. Nothing too big. Fundings, they are going loco at the moment. Fundings and premiums. The thing is, after we've seen a little bit of a dump, we see fundings reset completely. Even last night, it's not correctly, let me put it on auto. Even last night, we had a small dump of 10%. And you see fundings and premiums immediately reset, and then we go back up. That means people are overly bullish on margin exchanges, and that's kind of how the market works. If fundings and premiums get low, like over here, everybody's thinking 30K is coming, we're not gonna get there. Every rational investor, rational, who looks at the market, looks at the chart, thinks this is a good resistance. I'm gonna short this. And if enough people short it, they all need to buy back. And if spot keeps driving the price up, everybody needs to cover their ass. And that's when you get a big breakout like this. And then over here, everybody's like, oh yeah, we're going to the moon. I'm gonna long it, buy on leverage. And then, because everybody and their mama starts longing it, we go back down and we need to shake them out of their long. And that's when a dip like this happens, and then immediately you see the premiums disappear, you see the funding go flat, and that's when you buy. So that is kind of how this works. And the thing is, it goes faster and faster and faster, and everybody keeps buying the dip. And for now, that was the strategy. However, there will be a time that changes, and a time that it changes can be a correction in the dollar or a bounce in the dollar. That can be the trigger to reverse it now. Right now in the 4-hour, it looks kind of bad, but fundings are resetting already. This indicator is lagging a little bit, a couple hours. So I mean, that is kind of how it goes. And basically, you know, like over here, this was early in the year, we saw fundings very high, and that is when we top out. Right now, we're in an amazing bull market, and spot is being bought up a lot. So yeah, that stirs the market as well. This is what we had yesterday. Funny fact, by the way, if you are a trader with leverage like I am, this is a funny thing that happened yesterday. Okay, so we had twice this dip to the 36k area, right? On Bitfinex, the first dip was the lowest. On Coinbase, the first dip was the lowest. Quite a difference between these two, right? It's like a few $100. These one as well, and these one as well. But here you see a margin exchange. Here you see Bitmex. Bybit was exactly the same as Bitmex. First dump wasn't as low. Second time they tried, the margin exchanges went way lower than the spot exchanges. There's a couple $100 difference in it. Over here as well. But you see, only on Bitmex and Bybit, the second dump was lower. Why do they do that? They stop you out of your long position. That's as simple as that. They stop you, they hunt your stops. So if you put a stop, you know, a really quick tip is put your stop on the index price instead of the price on the exchange. That is quite a big tip if you know what I mean with that. If you don't know exactly what I mean by that, ask me in the comments. I'll let you guys know. If you trade with leverage, that is a very important question. If you are a hodler, I just advise you stay hodling forever, because that's the way to do it for most of us. Anyway, right now we're still at support. Every dip we dip on support will get weaker. So that's quite a tip as well. Anyway, this should be still support. Let's draw this one. What do we see over here? I mean, this would be support as well. But right now, you know, if we dip and everybody starts shorting the bottom, or everybody is shaken out of the long, we go back up. That's what happens. If the dollar, however, starts bouncing harder and harder, yeah, there could be some spot selling of Bitcoin. Smart people will sell when the dollar goes up. So, and there's not much margin exchange you can do about it. Anyway, that is about it for Bitcoin. Be cautious now. Buy dips, sell tops. That is what I do. I've been selling a lot of tops lately. By the way, if you trade with some leverage, make sure you use one of these sign-up links. Bybit I like a lot. FTX I like a lot as well. Deribit is good. Bitmex, I don't know. Be careful. Anyway, Ethereum. Ethereum has this upper trend line as resistance right now. This trend line, I mean, did we do a bearish retest dead cat bounce on this trend line? I'm not sure. If I had to buy something on spot now, I would do I would buy Ethereum, I think, earlier than Bitcoin. I mean, this is the level for Ethereum that needs to hold. We see a top on it over here, and we see a couple of taps on it over there as well. Is this that high? Yeah, it is. So this is the level to watch for Ethereum at the moment. And that is all I can say about that. Ethereum, this is basically the horizontal line that matters, and we either break below this one and we go down, or we break above this one and we go up. As simple as that. We also made a lower high instead of Bitcoin making a higher high. So these are the levels that matter for Ethereum. Let me know if you guys like my analysis. If you have questions, let me know. I happily answer them and always will be. Ethereum BTC, sideways action. Sideways action. Could call it even a retest. Could be a bullish retest. That is what I think. They're testing some important trend lines over here. Nothing to worry about yet. If they, however, go below this trend line over here, this top, the top of, I don't know, February 2020, you worry. Take a look at Aave. That is one of the moon projects of this bull run, I would say. This like a lot of people know what I mean with a moon coin. And I think Aave will be the moon coin of this bull run. If you want to place your bets on a moon coin, something you buy little with, just like a lottery ticket, make sure you buy this one. You can trade it on FTX. A sign up link is in my video description as well. Using my sign up link will give you extra discounts on trading fees, so make sure you use one of these. It's also on my Twitter. Funding. Yeah, I mean, right now, coming periods, they're still high, but they're coming down. Look, coming period is 0.13, next period will be 0.05, so it's coming down a lot already. Bitmex, however, is going up. So, I mean, it's not something. Make sure to also subscribe. Let me take a look. Do we see something else? Yeah, on the hourly, very clearly, horizontal support for Bitcoin. Close below this level would be bad for Bitcoin. As long as we stay above it, we're good. So yeah, candle closes give really good indications to me. So yeah, that is about it for today, I would say. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think is gonna happen. I mean, for me, you know, dip buying still works. If the dollar bounces, you watch out. So that is about it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to know. What do you think of my analysis? And make sure to use the sign up links in the video description. Subscribe and leave a like and let me know what you think.